1 inch distal to the apex of the patella?
True.
Or is it half an inch?
I thought it was half.
Yeah, that's
You have to get the knee joint. So if you have light at 1/2 inch, you have the knee joint right there. So I always say an inch? Just to
Okay,
get
that's
past
For
it.
test purposes.
There is no inch in
Okay.
it, yeah.
So it's a half an inch on
You're
test?
such a good.
1
There
inch
is
or
nothing
something?
on the test.
Oh, there's
Because
no.
the CR is the midpoint of IR.
true mama
Okay.
there.
So you can get it out.
That's what you
So the
said.
test is just you gotta get the knee joint. But in your head, you know the knee joint is a 1/2 inch, so if I get 1 inch, I've got the whole knee joint.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, so we're gonna rotate in
You're
15 to
probably not
20.
gonna be able to
Get our
send
hands
that
out
to
of the
my
light
phone.
field.
Can you send it to my email?
AP femur, beep. Change my cassette. Now I need her knee joint. So that's it right there. So that's gonna be plenty of light. She's still 15 to 20. There's plenty of overlap. All this is overlap. Beep. Change my cassette. And now you're gonna turn on your right side. Bend the leg, get that one out of there. We need the knee joint again, so I'm gonna have my light a little bit past the knee joint. I'm gonna cock that so that it goes along the femur. Get a little bit more knee joint there.
Don't you need to have all the way over?
Not yet.
She's already down there.
Oh,
so
'cause
you
you're
We're doing
down
the lowers.
there.
There's no
Okay.
reason to go back and forth.
You always get me with that.
Beep.
Because she makes it look easy.
Change my cassette. There's her ACES, so I got plenty there. Can you scoot this way? You're falling off the table. There's that one. Beep. So we did an AP upper, AP lower, lateral lower, lateral upper. Kai? On
You
your
know,
back?
if they have to do a calendar of X-ray girls,
X-ray gone wild.
yeah.
We'll pick you
guys.
up.
Let's do that shake of water bottle. Okay. On your back. I do that to patients, and when you know that when you guys have been patients practicing, and someone says roll on your right, don't you have to lay there and go,
If they go
Yes.
backwards,
my right, and figure out. It's easier to direct them. I know it sounds weird, but when I want someone to move back, I just grab their gown and just yank them back.
Yeah.
It's easier because then they're like, what? And they go the wrong way. Which way? This way?
Don't
And then
move, baby.
thump off the
Yeah.
bed.
Okay, so 14 by 17.
What is this?
Landscape.
Landscape.
Crosswise.
What is this?
AP pelvis. So our central ray is midway in between. There's her trochanter and there's her S. So right there where I have it. But what?
You wiggle it and then it pops out.
You feel it move when you
Yeah.
wiggle it?
Yeah.
Because Eli's, you could feel like
Yeah.
right away. He's like,
You can
just-
see
he's
what his
just
bony.
bony.
Yeah.
But then the cheat was top of the light field at crest.
Mm-hmm.
Bam.
What is this for, pelvis?
Yes, AP pelvis. Most
Does it have to be
people,
landscape.
it does. I have my light that way. She's just so darn skinny that on a regular person, you will not see any light field on the table there. So on her, I could put my marker there, but we shouldn't do that because we wouldn't do that on
So
a
if you
normal
weren't
person.
doing the cheat, show me.
ASIS,
Yes.
pubic symphysis. This is halfway in between my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So the middle of the light field would be here.
Well, my CR, see this,
Yes.
is halfway in between that and that.
And what's
That
the
would be
cheat?
here.
The cheat, right.
Light at
The cheat,
crest.
top at light at crest.
But why is the central ray right here?
Well, it's MSP. It's got to be down the center.
Okay.
This one's MSP, but this one is halfway between here and here.
Okay.
So the way you say it is a midpoint between ASIS and pubic symphysis at MSP.
So if we use Michelle, which I'm going to,
Mm-hmm.
if I get a pelvis, can we put the marker on top?
No,
Do
you
wanna
never
go
put a
with-
marker on top of the patient because it
No, no,
causes...
no, no.
Hmm.
Patient
Oh, yeah,
here.
yeah, on her.
And her
Toes rotated 15 to 20
20.
immediately. Hold your breath. Okay. Now we relax. Now we need to see her outlet, her pubes. She is a female, so we're going to go.
30,
Everyone just goes 30.
30,
45.
30 to 45. And my central ray is going to enter 1 to 2 inches below her pubic symphysis. So there I am, 1 to 2 inches below. Midline, 10 by. Line her up.
So we're culminating down to 10 by.
Or use a 10 by cassette, one or the other. And it's not a huge deal. Just think in your head, I'm looking at pubes and ischia. They're about that big. I don't need a 14 by. Beep. So we're going in her outlet. Now we need to go out her inlet.
And that's always 40.
40 for everybody, because guys and girls pelvic brims don't differ. Yes, big old light Philip, because it is a 14 by 17. And CR is on ASIS. Sheesh. ASIS, I know, so heavy.
You couldn't
So we're gonna
collimate
use
that
14,
down?
17 on that.
Because the reason it's so big is because you're 40 degrees, you're elongating
Should
it,
we
this
do
giant
portrait then?
alien portrait. Anytime you angle a tube, you're elongating, so
Yeah.
use the long end of the cassette.
So we don't call it me.
Pull
No.
that back out
No.
again?
So it's from here to here. Your light is going on.
Light.
And it's not that big, it just
Yeah.
appears that way.
And
And if you
even-
look, if you angle the tube more, it's just bigger and bigger and bigger, so
Can you open the bucket again and see which way it goes?
the other way. I just was hoping nobody would see that. Busted. There we go.
See, she didn't hear me when I asked.
What, about the cassette? You asked
Yeah.
about the light. I
No,
was hoping we were just paying
I
attention
asked
here.
her, so.
Alright, so 40 degrees, Caudad, ASIS, beep.
Were you gonna ask about that one?
Beep boop puppy.
There's not much on that.
Beep boop, yeah.
Just
You know what you
like
should do? You should write down the questions that you're gonna ask so we can study them.
Right. They're all in your Bible.
No, well,
They're written
Oh.
for
You
you.
Wait, is
said
that the
that-
bilateral, like the pubis and whatchamacallit, like the other one?
Bilateral.
No, that was
pubes
just
and
a-
ischias.
That's
Inlet.
the, yeah.
Inlet.
So what are you looking for? You know what I mean? What's-
The pelvic ring.
That's what it
The
is.
pelvic ring.
The other one's
Yeah.
the bilateral.
Pubes and ischias, your outlet.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're doing a routine hip. We're gonna do a right hip. So I'm gonna have a 10 by, and I'm gonna start at ASIS, and I'm gonna go 1 to 2 in, 3 to 4 down, 3, 4. That is her femoral neck, but our central ray is 2 below that. So that's our central ray. So, now I'm
it's
gonna
1 to
rotate
2 in,
3 to 4 down.
and then 2 more after that.
Yep.
For the hip.
AP. Hip. So beep.
When you put the marker down there,
The reason I'm doing that is because I know I've collimated it into a 10 by 12, and up here it's not gonna catch it, so I'm getting into that light field. And you're
How do
going,
you
well,
know?
how do you know? Just
how do you know you're not cutting off anatomy?
because knowing, just doing it.
she's done this.
But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, get a 10 by 12 cassette and put it in there, and that way you know up in the corner. You know what I mean? I'm just knowing because I just know that's where it's gonna go. All right, so that's an AP hip. Now we need a lateral hip, so I'm gonna change my cassette. And if I went 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 2, can I just go up 2? And I'm back on femoral neck. And then I'm going to bend her leg and drop it out 45,
From
no more than
vertical.
that.
From vertical.
Nice, from vertical. And then if I want to make it pretty, ouch,
What happened?
burn,
Burn.
hot,
Oh.
Ooh, man.
beep,
So this is the hip.
lateral.
Lateral, right, no.
So we did
And you
an
didn't
AP.
change any
and that's the
collimation.
lateral.
No, 10 by 12,
I can do that one.
leave it alone.
Beep.
All right, relax. What is next?
3 to 4
Acetabulum.
And then 2 down. And then
Oh,
go
yeah,
back
two
2
up.
up for
Hey,
lateral.
For a lateral.
And then
And that puts
project
it
her
on
knee
there.
out, yeah.
All right, let's say I want to see her right anterior brim.
You know,
Oh, the patient just knows.
Right.
Right anterior, right RPO.
Right
So
and
RPO.
Yeah, right anterior.
This thing's
Yeah, it's lips.
Cruz
Down.
ordered those
Down.
without even asking it. Just a piece of crap.
what?
All
Which
right.
ones?
The ones with the plastic on it just slides out.
So here, use this one,
Okay.
because I'm sliding
Oh
down.
my god, just beat me up.
Uh-oh, I lost a booby pin.
A
A
booby.
booby pin.
All right, so this demonstrates her right anterior brim, but it also will demonstrate what?
Her left
Left posterior. But let's say we're looking at her right anterior. So this is the downside, meaning down towards IR. Her left is her upside right now. Her right is her downside. So since it's the downside, I'm going to start at her ASIS, and I need to go 2 down, but that's not enough. 2 in medial.
Send that to me.
So upside's 2 down.
Beep. So this demonstrates her right anterior brim. This same position will demonstrate the left posterior. So if I wanted to see that, I'd start at ASIS and I'd just go 2 down, and that's it. Leave it alone.
Oh my God.
And that's the SI joint that's open.
Yes, but we haven't learned this
I know.
yet. I know
Classic.
that is in spine class. I've
That is
researched.
some. That was
just
on
need a
something
hand.
though.
You need a hand?
I just need
That was
Is that it?
or a
the
finger.
SI something.
No, no SI. This is
No, that was
acetabulum.
on one of our quizzes.
Right,
or
so everyone
something.
got credit for it today because we didn't go over that yet.
Oh. Hey.
All right, so this position demonstrates the right anterior or the left posterior.
Left posterior.
Mm-hmm.
In this case.
In this case. All right, now we order a hip on her, and she comes in. I do the AP. She's cool, and I try and do the cleaves, and she says, it hurts. I say, okay, ma'am, you just lay still.
Let's do it, Daddy.
Get straight on the table. There you go. So this leg's hurting. She can't move.
I'm gonna die.
All right, so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to take a 10 by with a grid cap. Grid.
Oh, I can't forget the grid.
Can we do that
Grid.
to them?
Yeah.
Grid.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up.
I mean, when you
Or
say
if you don't feel comfortable with
I
that,
always
use a
look at
14 by,
Yeah,
put the
put the
grid
grid
cap.
on.
But it's hard with the 14 by, you
Just
can't
wanted the next
get in
But it's how
there.
you walk
This
out.
is the
Grid.
Danny Miller.
Grid.
Huh?
We
This is
we
the
gotta
Danny
hurry up. I
Miller.
need to
Like
go
dead
change.
man walking.
I need
What's
to
the
go change.
cleaves?
You gotta hurry
That's
up.
the last
Where you
one.
going?
I need to
Please?
go- Yeah. Word.
Okay, so look, the
That's not-
image receptor is parallel to her femoral neck right now.
Cleaves?
I'm jamming this up into her iliac
Eliminate
crest.
collateral.
And now I need to get my CR
Oh, I thought you said the
perpendicular.
last one.
It's the one that I hate.
No, the one coming after this one.
Oh no, that's easy.
No, I don't hate
That's
that
way
one.
easier than the Danny
No, I
Miller.
just don't like this because of all the two.
Talking the two.
The vagina open.
Okay.
Because your
Let's
vagina
not.
is right there.
Will you hit the table bar? Thank you. All right, now I'm going to come vertical, down to her hip. Now if you will lift this leg, place it up here. Thank you. All right, now I need to find her hip. So ACES, 1 to 2, 3 to 4. I have it down too low, so I'm gonna scoot up.
And it looks easy for you.
Because
Yeah.
I'm so used to it by now. You guys make me do it all the time.
And is that what it
Daniel's
is?
recording.
You do it?
Facebook, Daniel.
What are the odds?
So it's right in the crotch.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you
Yeah.
gotta check it. You gotta go
Thank
1
you.
to 2, 3 to 4.
Exactly
And that's where I
said
have
vagina.
this at that level.
Okay.
And my light field's the size of my cassette. It's not exceeding it.
Yeah.
Beep.
Yeah. So
Okay?
Your card fell out.
So which hip are we looking at? Right or left?
her right.
Right.
Right. Some people think it's this one. I'm like, if someone's hips hurt, they're not doing this. So it's the right one. We're just getting this guy out of the way. Yes, anywhere on there. Okay, so now we want to do this. Well, first we want to do the cleaves. Couldn't.
Yeah.
We want to do this. Can't.
Not
So we
so
say,
much.
all right,
The
fine.
cleaves is just a
Lift.
basic lateral.
Yes. That's just
With
normal.
this, okay.
Is the Danny. So now hook us up, Jackie. She's going to take the cassette and angle it 15 degrees. And I'm going to take my tube and I'm going to angle it 15 to 20. And of course 20 will give you better scoopage. Scoopage, I like that word.
So 20 degrees down.
Towards the IR.
Was that 20 degrees from horizontal?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, we move now.
We'll call it 15.
We'll call it 15. All right, so I got to find the neck again, 3 to 4. So I need to be here with my light. So I'm going to move it so that it's mid-femoral neck. And then look at this. If I shot that, where's it going?
And the other leg.
In her leg. We don't want that. We want it to bypass that leg. So I've got to lift it high enough where I...
Skim it.
Where's vertical? There we go. Now I've missed that leg and I'm hitting right in her crotch and I'm hitting the other
Not
one.
really.
But I
So
still
you
see
want-
a
yeah,
CR
I
here.
see
You
it
see
here.
it on there, but look what it's
I know
just
it's throwing
through
it.
the meat right there. It's just through meat.
Okay.
This is getting
All right, well, I'm
in.
going to put it on the top of that.
Keep
middle.
going, Jackie. Get the middle in the middle. There we go.
There.
But what about all this?
I know, Wellies.
With sellers, don't you have to fix the actual tube and stuff?
What do you mean, this? The coffin? It's a little cacked. All right, so just scoop, miss that leg, and throw it right on there. And then get down to the size of my cassette, pretty close.
Maybe your feet have to be
After surgery, they'll be in
15.
automatically. Yep. That's it. Look at that huge OID. It's going to be ugly. The only thing we're looking for is to make sure that the fake acetabulum and the fake head is in there. It's not like that or like that. As long as we see it in there, we're good. And magnifying, actually, you can see it better.
Cleaves, what is that?
The lateral hip.
Just allow
Frog leg. Frog leg.
The one where it's
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.